TLO, what's poppin'? We are on kick.com. We are not live, man, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells, man. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. Don't forget, this is where if we do go live and you miss any highlights and things of that nature, we'll be on this channel. Also, you know what I'm saying? We got this merch. I ain't got it on right now, but I normally do. Thank you for those who have bought. I appreciate the support, man. And thank you for those who watching. Appreciate that as well. And we got the Patreon. Did I say the Patreon? Where we watch things we can't watch on YouTube. Anyway, man, this is Belfast's Pregabalin addiction. What? Pregabalin addiction? What is that? What is Pregabalin? Okay. I forgot. I started this series a long time ago. I forgot all about it. This is the drug maps of Britain, though, man. Let's get into this, man. Belfast.
Already hit that once. Right, want to see the magic being done? Keys here, 3 bad boys, mate. Pregabalin, 2 capsules.
Pregabalin.
Obviously, know my name and shit. Right, I'm going to show you how the magic's done, right? Real McCoys.
You're not even going to pull off? You're going to do it right there?
Like different capsules. They feel all sticky. See how quick this is done. You ready? Lovely. I actually don't like the capsule, but I just love sniffing it. Power. Lovely.
Oh my god!
The taste of that's absolutely great, mate. You'll never forget that taste, mate.
It's 10:55 a.m. It's too early for this. Oh my lord.
Kenneth has just picked up an emergency dose of Pregabalin from the chemist, a drug he's prescribed to treat anxiety.
You're talking about like that tea?
I'm damn for sure you're not supposed to take it like that, God.
Oh, you'll never forget that. That's what I love about it. Don't get me wrong, I don't sit and take fucking them all up my nose. I don't like taking them up my nose. But do you know what makes me feel, mate? Relief, mate.
But now you feel better?
Yep. Sweet little babe.
You gonna drive?
Pregabalin is prescribed to treat anxiety, epilepsy, and nerve pain.
Nerve pain.
In Northern Ireland, prescriptions have increased by 27% in the last 6 years. And the drug is more widely prescribed here than any other region in the UK. Experts have warned the government about the dangers of addiction for some users.
Fuck me, I can't even
Little itchy.
I'm so confused.
Little itchy?
You know what, mate? No, I'm so fucking convoluted, mate.
This was Kenneth 4 hours before picking up his emergency dose of Pregabalin, also known as Lyrica or Buds.
Woke up this morning, no Lyrica. First fucking thing I always think of in the morning is fucking getting up, a few buds, and a cup of coffee. It's not enjoyable without the buzz. Do you know what I mean? It's not that it's enjoyable, but it just relaxes me. It makes me socialise, mate. I'm really sweaty and all here, mate. So proper fucking, it's not the symptoms like you get when you don't have, fuck me, like. The knife. Fuck hairs in my mouth, but no Lyrica. I'm so confused, the fuck. It's sort of like being on any other drug, mate. Don't mind once you get used to it, that your body's used to it, and it's your body's get changed and get used to something that needs, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to be anxious as fuck. fucking doctors don't fucking care about that book. They fall out of fucking hand there, they would have done that to me. Do you know what I mean? When they left me sitting there at night, you know what I mean? I haven't even had one, mate. I haven't even had nothing, mate. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, I haven't even had a good one.
If these subtitles was not here, it's over with. I haven't understood one word he said, but I'm reading it, so.
Weekly dispatched, yeah. I don't need a full script, I just need one day till tomorrow.
Another call back time for 3 hours.
Right,
Just over. Okay, the doctor will ring you.
Right, that's no problem, that's no problem. Alright, thank you, Nick. Right, bye-bye. Useless fucker. Come here fucking 3 hours, am I fucking? Right, get me back soon. I'm gonna fucking go nuts on him.
Take your sweater off. I like your kettle. Kitchen's clean.
This is a fucking nightmare.
Like, from the outside looking in, man, you know, I've been around some people that are addicted to some things, but they, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but they wasn't acting like this. Man. It's crazy how anything can become an addiction, like literally anything.
In Northern Ireland, there's another growing problem with Pregabalin. It's also being sold illegally on the streets and online,
Hello,
along with other prescription medication.
what are you at? They have 10 ml blues down there.
I travelled to a small town outside Belfast,
Can you get me in here now?
where 17-year-old Porrig is on the phone to a dealer.
Bye. No chance of getting off that man now. He's just clean out of his head, man.
List things if you wanted to, you could get from him.
Getting Pregabalin, man. Pregabalin, blues, grass, anything. Just tablets and grass, more like. Get coke probably too, like. Coke too.
How do you know if they're pure or not, if they're real?
Oh, blues, no, I know. Took them ages, and I've been taking them since about 12, man. It's about 12.
12 years old?
Need help.
On another occasion, I catch up with Porrig and his friend Brandon after he's picked up from his dealer.
Tell me, what happened when you got up this morning?
I got up this morning and made a wee phone call. Went in there about 5 minutes, 600ml Pregabalin, got 600ml lyric off him. Back to the house, made a cup of tea, took it to him. Left me wiped out, booked everywhere, and just, I don't know.
So why did you take him if you just threw him up? What is the feeling like? What? Okay. I got so many questions. Where's he getting?
Breeze air, class.
Does it feel good? The air?
Yeah, stuff we won't fucking wiped out, man. Wee bit.
Better off sticking me with a grass or something. Stay away from that fucking Pregabalin.
600ml.
I first had to learn.
Look how comfortable bro is. I ain't never seen this level of comfort. Hey, listen. I'm looking at my couch right now, and I'm trying to figure out if I can get that comfortable on that. And I don't, like, I've never been that comfortable.
14. I first had 600 ml. I got waiting and all. The first buzz. Oh, I feel great at the time. Then after, I felt like shit. Couldn't speak, couldn't move. Body was shaking as if my whole body was closing down. My heart rate was racing. Fading in and out of consciousness and all.
You almost unalived yourself, and that's the feeling. Okay.
I don't like that. That's pushing the limits there, like.
Right.
As soon as you take them, that's you addicted, you know what I mean? They're just going to ruin their lives. They're better off just not taking it at all. No, don't do nothing. I've been through it all, like, and I wish I didn't do it, you know what I mean? I wrecked my life doing it, you know what I mean? And out of jail, criminal record and all, you know what I mean?
It's always going to be there. Like a demon that follows you. What did you say?
You not well again, Brennan?
No, I've got a stomach laying on the going back. Ah, looks like an egg yolk.
I'm never taking them again. Bram, no, I can just keep her lit, laughing and all. Get them in, you know, chance, man, that's me. Fuck out there. What if he died, man? My man, oh, no way, fuck that.
Northern Ireland has suffered decades of brutal violence and sectarian conflict. One reason why prescription drug abuse is a particular problem here. Why prescription drug abuse is a particular problem here. Doctors have a history of prescribing drugs to people affected by the mental and physical trauma.
Yeah, for PTSD reasons and things of that nature.
Prescription drug abuse spiraled in areas that were most affected by the violence.
Okay, so just tell me, Kenny, is this the sort of mural you saw when you were growing up?
Yeah, I actually live 2 doors away from him. A mural, a really, really good mural. Big badge, like that, but only golden.
What's the message?
To let people know we're here and we're prepared. Do you know what I mean? And if he's fucking about, we're going to deal with it.
When Kenneth was 7, an historic agreement was signed to bring peace to Northern Ireland. But an armed and brutal paramilitary group continued to dominate the Protestant part of Belfast where Kenneth was brought up.
We're at the peace wall. It separates the Shangham Falls, Catholics and Protestants.
You grew up in an area that was caught up in trouble as well.
Well,
Tell me why you can't go back to that area now.
Well, when I grew up in the area with my man, then my man died and everything started getting worse. And ended up, they left the area. Well, to be honest, I grew a lot of weed. So I did, and the boys came down and ended up having to leave anyway for a year and a half, going to Scotland.
So you couldn't bring me back today to where you grew up?
No, I couldn't bring me back to where I grew up. There's a lot of people in there that don't like me. And I would get really hurt. I would, badly.
Yeah, you're not good in your own hood. That's crazy. I get it though. Shoot, you gone, stay gone. It ain't even no point in going back. It ain't nothing but bad times for you there.
I would get hurt. Oh man, I couldn't go back, Armand, I really couldn't.
Clearly.
No way.
Even now?
No way, not even now, not even never.
In Northern Ireland, paramilitaries are infamous for killing or maiming people dealing drugs on their patch without permission. Kenneth showed me where he hid from the group who came after him.
And I remember, I'll never forget it, mate. I was scared. It was the most scariest moment ever standing here. He had been here before I got that sense. All he needed to do was just go crack, 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 crack. No, man, I probably would have been done. If they had got me, mate, I think that was my day for me.
Kenneth fled to Scotland, where he lived for 18 months. He returned to Belfast, but soon became addicted to the Valium prescribed by his doctor for anxiety.
All that kind of like worrying about getting hurt on the run in Scotland, like, how much has that impacted your life?
So to be honest, mate, it's really had a bad impact on my life, so it has, because I was a happy kid, mate. I was always up and bouncing, never scared of nothing. And look at me now, mate. I'm fucking constantly on edge, mate. Still to this day.
Man, you off prescriptions and you're paranoid. But you was paranoid before you got off prescription, so it like made it worse. And now your body's so used to them, you can't kick them. That's tough.
I'm on edge. No matter where I go, I'm hands on edge because of what they've done to me. Do you know what I mean? Because of the beatings I've took. Do you know what I mean? Because of, fuck's sake, I was a kid.
This is where shit goes down, man.
I caught up again with Brandon and Porrig.
Give her lit up the hoods.
They're not prescribed Pregabalin, but buy it on the street to mix with other drugs and alcohol.
So why do you call it the Bronx?
Is that? Because it's just this is where everything goes down, man. Everybody's lifted. Something happens every night.
Only thing higher than the people around here is the crime rate. Wow. That's it.
You can call it the Bronx. You can call it Nitty City then, if that's the case. If only thing higher than is the crime rate. Is it still like this? This is 7 years ago, huh?
That's a good old joint. Swear to God, boys, fucking hell. But see, buds, fuck. And buds are like gold mine to get sometimes. See, whenever you can get them, you can get them cheap. Any price or what. Some people come to give me a few buds, saying if you had a bit of grass, oh, give me a wee bit of grass, or give me a smoke out joint there and take the buds there with you or something like that.
Did you take them all in one go?
Emptied it in powder and everything. I was eating them inside skins and fuck me. But it's just the buzz that I'm after. It's not, I don't care about shit like that. It's the buzz. The buzz is everlasting, it's a good buzz.
Can you tell if it's not the real stuff?
If they're in a strip, they're real. I wouldn't say they're real, you can get fake Sam too, but that's when I buy them.
But do you think there's people out there that wouldn't care, that would just take them anyway?
Oh fuck me, there's plenty of people around here. See, as long as they hear Budweiser's, Pregabalin, they're away, gone, look at. It's like putting the cheese out for a mouse. I'm telling you, a fucking mouse trap.
Why did they just play an ice cream truck song? Like, come and get it. Like, we'll just go.
Later that night, Brandon was taking diazepam, also known as Valium or blues.
Just after buying myself 10 diazepam there, and I'm just about to take these 5 here. They're diazepam 10 milligrams. Taking them, go.
There's a miss.
Ah, we're on this one.
Come on out, alright, come on out. I don't mind there, but a house up there, remember? What's the crack, Julie?
Oh.
Yeah?
Wait. Bro is 16? Look how... My bad.
Yeah?
Look how old he looks right here. He look about 28, 29 right here. 16. Drugs, stress, the streets, war, they take your years away from you. They take your youth from you. Alcohol too. Wait.
What's going on?
It's not instant.
That's Tony Blues there, man.
Sweet one. Yeah?
Shit. You said.
It was fun.
I can show you
That sexy stalker.
Kenneth lives with his girlfriend Ashley.
Of course you will. Love of my life, aren't you?
Aye.
In 2015, they were jailed for GBH and are both currently out on license.
Is Bonnie and Clyde?
What's it been like, a roller coaster?
Oh, why hell?
Dog, don't lie. You like my treat you like a princess, you liar. I never ever treated you like that.
Brendan has been we've had ups and downs, like who doesn't? No, man, we've been through pillar to post.
But we love each
We're
other.
quite strong and but we're aren't we,
Yeah,
love?
but definitely are, don't.
Coming out.
We've been from pillar to post. What does that mean? What is that supposed to be in a rock and a hard place or something?
Jail now, fucking been really stronger than like being away from each other for 18 months. Like that was really hard. Like, do you know what I mean? And it killed me. Like, but this may have done it, didn't it?
Maybe we'll be alright.
See the line? The line? He was up the guy like a T-shape. Had some chest, mate. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Who's boss? Who's boss? Who's boss? Who's boss? Who's boss? Who's boss? Yeah, see? Good boy. Good boy. I no biting. He's away. He's away. Tell you what, Alan, man, fucking... I have to go and take another Pregabalin next time, sorry.
Another one?
starting to get anxiety on me, it's almost. No, I can feel, mate, that I actually try to take my own life on, mate.
You have
Because
to be
everything goes too cold for me,
sober.
mate. Fucking hurt me, man. I'll never forget it.
Before he went to prison, Kenneth was given Valium for his anxiety. Once inside, he was prescribed Pregabalin.
I had snooker in prison every morning, every afternoon, and every time before I went to bed.
I don't even know how to play that game.
First time I was ever described, Pregabalin was in prison, so it was.
So prison made you worse. Prison was supposed to reform you, make you better, come out on the other end, ready for the world. But instead they prescribed you Pregabalin. And now you're a functioning addict. Not saying that life can't change again for you for the better, but that's a tough roll of the dice right there.
Well, every morning, first thing in the morning, up, straight away, 8 or half 8, down, Pregabalin. Again, it's like heroin, so it is. You don't have it, here it goes. If you're sick, you can't eat, can't sleep, can't shave properly. It's just as bad as heroin, like. Just as bad.
Do you think you'll ever be able to stop taking Pregabalin?
Oh, yes. Yep. Well, indeed.
And is that a name for you?
Huh?
Is that something you want to work towards?
These are... Pause. These are not mine. I did look cool in them.
I want to work towards getting off all my medication. I don't want to be on medication my whole life.
Deaths in a day.
I wonder if they even really think of it like, yo, I'm addicted. Like, it sounds like they do, but do they really? Like, I'm really addicted. And it's helping me, but it's also hurting me at the same time. I'm doing bad.
Police believe several of them are drugs related.
Pregabalin, also known by the brand name Lyrica,
They go to work?
the latest drug to hit Northern Ireland.
In recent years, deaths linked to Pregabalin abuse have risen in Northern Ireland.
These drugs can be extremely dangerous. They're just as addictive as heroin and have taken in uncontrolled circumstances just as deadly. More people here are dying from misusing drugs like Lyrica than on our roads.
Some fatalities have been linked to counterfeit tablets sold illegally on the street. In August 2016, 29-year-old Daniel Hillman took Pregabalin he bought from a dealer. Hours later, he killed himself.
He went crazy?
So this is home?
Yep, home. This is home to us all.
His mother, Caroline, showed me the alleyway where her son's body was found.
His neighbours put flowers on here weekly and monthly as well, so they do. And that's the wee plaque just when he was born and when he died.
Daniel's Aunt Philly arrived on the scene shortly after his body was discovered.
They'd put blankets up over this here so people couldn't see. And they had a blanket up over Dan, up there. And I was able to come up and feel his wee face and give him a wee kiss and get his wee eyes closed.
Daniel was prescribed Pregabalin. His family say he became addicted, which led to him buying more on the black market to feed his habit.
What do you think was the main factor in contributing to Dan's suicide?
Drugs. Prescribed medication and medication he bought in the street. Yeah. Thinking it was Lyrica. And then when the autopsy came back, it was a tranquilizer that is banned in Russia and in the UK, which says it could have led to the decision that was made.
Oh, yeah. Man, when you putting all these different chemicals in your body, man, come on, man, your brain is... You messing with your brain's function. It do something to you. The chemicals in you.
The kids think, get this prescription or buy this Lyrica on the street for a high, when they don't know what they're buying on the street.
Upstairs in Daniel's bedroom, Philly and Caroline explained how his addiction to Pregabalin affected his behaviour and their relationship before his suicide.
Because it's Dan. Before Dan passed, took his life, he'd cut the bed in half.
Yeah, and he slept on the mattress.
He slept on the mattress there at the wall, and whenever we finally cleared out the base of the bed, it was all empty tablet wrappers, bottles, where he'd just lay, popped them and threw
everything into the base of the bed.
So he'd cut the bed in half?
Yeah. He done mad things like this. So he did.
Enough of any drug will make you go mad, man. I'm talking any liquor, any drug will make you do some stuff that these class A's for sure. These prescriptions, taking prescribed drugs when they're not prescribed to you is crazy. Like, it's really gonna mess with your chemical makeup.
But there's nothing you could do to stop him.
No.
Sometimes you were just glad he was in here cutting things up and out in the street running like a hare.
Run the muck. You cuddled him and talked to him, and you cried, and you apologised for messing everything up again, and you told him it was going to be okay. And
well, he didn't say mess up. He used to go.
I know. Well, I didn't want to say that because
that's what he ought to tell you. Yeah. Fucked up again.
Every fucking day of my life, man. Jesus.
Kenneth has just taken 600 milligrams of Pregabalin,
That's them fucking meds, man. You believe it?
the maximum prescribed daily dose.
Need some water?
It's coming up like fucking here, bro. Fucking people probably think I'm a junkie or something, for fuck's sake, no way. But not well. Every morning I get this, mate. Every day of my fucking entire life. Getting up every morning and you just sitting there on camera, and I go maybe and thinking, that's not the way people want to get up every morning and live their lives. I'm just on a weak stomach every morning, throwing up and not being able to eat.
It ain't a weak stomach. It's your stomach acid is doing something to the Pregabalin, That's just reacting like a science fair project, my boy. Like, you can't do that. Eat something.
Kenneth says he wants to lose his dependence on Pregabalin.
Okay.
Hello, Kenny.
He's meeting Chris, a drugs counsellor, for some advice.
I was just handed them like they were sweets. Really, mate. You know, that's scary, mate.
The prescribers are faced with a choice with somebody who comes to them and saying, listen, I'm really struggling here. Look at my notes, look at my records. I've got all this in the background, etc. And they maybe don't have the quick options in terms of those talking therapies and psychological therapies, and it might take months. Sometimes it is months for people to get the help through mental health services and so on and so forth.
Which I think is atrocious, mate, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people out there need help.
And that's the NHS today, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I would just go, and I'd sit away, and that would sit there from that morning till that night, and I would be sitting out at the home 12 o'clock at night and still tasting that tablet on my nose. Like, it's shocking.
That could be psychological.
He's so happy discussing that.
I don't know.
Taste.
It could be psychologically, because I feel like then I've took the Pregabalin. It's something that I need help with too, Chris, because I shouldn't be already taking it up my nose, basically. Like, magic one. But you, look, that's Pregabalin. All Pregabalin. And I'll pick that out, and it's on camera, I'll pick that out for the rest of the day.
An important switch for you will be to do what we call a reverse route transition, and going from snorting, if you can, to the way it says on the tin, i.e. swallowing it. It's going to be
This is going to be hard
easy,
because this is one of the. I'll be honest, is one of the pinpoints where I think the Pregabalin helps me.
When you take a medication orally, it comes in slow and it leaves slow. Okay. When you take a medication
up your nose, it's instant.
By snorting it,
it's just bang.
It comes in quick, but it leaves quicker.
I mean, I want help from you. I want help from any people I can. I want to be able to feel confident in myself. I want to be able to walk the streets without looking over my shoulder. I want to feel a normal human being. I'm sure I don't feel normal sometimes.
Well, the recommendations really for pregabalin reduction is a reduction of around 50 milligrams maybe per fortnight. So, for example, you're on 600 milligrams in total the minute each day. So for a fortnight, you go down to 550.
What's
you do that fortnightly maybe.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to give you any false
No, I know.
This is not going to be easy.
It's not a game, mate. It's not going to be easy.
It's not a game.
I know.
And it's not going to be easy.
I know.
Fortnite is a game. What does Fortnite mean, though? Like, I don't know. Before the game came out, I ain't never heard the word. Like, every day?
Misuse of prescription drugs like Pregabalin is presenting major new challenges for the police in Northern Ireland.
You were face down around 4 foot away from a deep puddle.
Sharon is on the front line. She manages a police custody unit in a small town outside Belfast.
And do you take any medication or any drugs of any kind?
She's seen an increasing link between people abusing prescription drugs and breaking the law.
I've been
Why do you have a gun holster on? This is Ireland. Okay, wait. Do they carry weapons in Ireland, the police? I think they do in some parts, right? Regular police. This looks like a beat cop, like a regular
custody sergeant here for approximately 4 years. And inside those 4 years, I have seen a rise of roughly 80 to 90% of detained persons presenting using prescribed medication. A lot of them are saying that they're on Lyrica, diazepam, tramadol. I'll see if I can get you a phone call. If persons come into custody under the influence of prescription medication, sometimes they say they have taken nothing when we know from how they are presenting to us that they have.
Then I'm on a Lyrica.
You're on Lyrica as well? What strength is that?
150.
150. And how often?
Sharon says that prescription drug abuse is placing a heavier burden on police resources.
Lyrica in particular would be a very, very common drug that we find that they're taking at the moment.
I guess I kind of watch this for insight, man, because I feel I got family members that are addicted to like prescription pills. So maybe I like subconsciously put this on, but I didn't know what Pregabalin was. I didn't know it was prescription. Like now that I'm watching, it's like, oh wow, this is kind of close. You know what I'm saying? So it's educational.
We would have to put people on constant obs, which involves an officer staying at the cell with them for whatever length of time is deemed necessary, which has a knock-on effect of fewer officers on the street then to deal with the public who need help. We find if people do come in, particularly on some prescription medications, they can't control their behaviour. They are very aggressive. Spitting would be a big thing. And
do you get spat at all?
I do, yes. And it's not very pleasant.
I can't take nobody spitting on me, man.
She's also witnessed the tragedy of addiction.
Very sad case. There was one person who would have been in regularly with me, and I would have come down here to the cell and sat and talked to him. And he would have cried. He said he didn't want to be on the prescription drugs that he was on. He didn't want to be taking them. He was trying to get off. I would have spoken to him about the help that was out there and tried to give him some sort of guidance. But then, unfortunately, one day he took too much Lyrica and he died.
I caught up with Kenneth again to find out if he'd made any progress with fighting his Pregabalin addiction.
Well, biscuit. Give me someone, give me a biscuit. Ah, you're not stupid. He's not stupid, so he knows what I'm saying. He does, mate.
Can you tell me what happened to your face?
Slipped, mate. Fucking hit me out of the door because I had a dog pissed on the floor. Stupid dog. You're a torture, but I love you.
His face,
The dog ain't do it. The Lyrica did it.
wasn't the only sign of change.
I stopped sniffing Pregabalin. So I stopped sniffing it.
So Kenneth is no longer snorting?
Nope. No more. Bang 600ml straight down the throat. Don't get me wrong, I know what I do. I know what
Pause. Pause.
I do something, I bite them. No, so looting up. So I get that wee small taste just. And I'm not gonna lie, but I don't stim.
That's good, though. Yeah, that's good.
For Kenneth, still on the maximum daily dose, there's a long way to go.
Right, the volume of quetiapine is 50mg, right? They get 28 tablets a month, right? The mirtazapines, I think I see them 28, they're 30mg. The Pregabalin are 200mg capsules. I take one 3 times a day and I get 84 a month. That's 3 months meds, so it is. But it's a lot of meds when you think about it, right? Like you get 60, 28, 84, 28, 60, and that's when I get 1 month.
So what do you want this sheet to look like in the future?
0.
Blank. That's all I can say about that, mate.
And man, we all got members of the family going through struggles or ourselves going through struggles, man. If you feel yourself struggling like this and you want help, there's avenues out there to get help, man. Pursue one. Because at the end of the day, there's people that depend on you being here to get them through the day. Remember that. So you're not just in this fight alone. If you leave, you hurting a lot of other people. TLO, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post. I'm gone.